a very disturbing message was shared with us while I'm in the meeting here of a young man, Abdirahman Ibrahim, who is the Chief of Staff of Medical Services in Isiolo County, where allegedly goons picked him up at 3 a.m. from Wanzoni. They have beaten him up severely and dumped him in, a forest where the victim was picked by well-wishers and brought to South Sea Hospital, where he's undergoing review and examination. The preliminary information we got is that he has broken hands and other bodily injuries that the young man suffered. Whatever the challenges of the governor in Isiolo County are, it is very unfortunate if the issues of dealing with the challenges the governor has resorts to hiring of goons and intimidation and probably killing, because that's the allegation that is coming forth. I would like to condemn that with the, harshest word possible, and urge DCI to speedily investigate this, because if it is allowed to go out of hands and the relatives or family members of, this Abdirahman Ibrahim decide to take matters also into their hands, then we'll have a very serious challenge in terms of people operating outside the law, and where then the end justifies the means in terms of what anybody does. Now, that is a very, concerning issue for us as leaders, as senators, and the best way to manage is for DCI to be able to investigate speedily this allegation that goons hired by the governor are involved in this issue, and be able to put this issue, pin it to the persons who are involved, and the necessary actions be taken in order to make sure that this situation is not left to go out of hands. There are CCTV cameras that will give us information unless they are tampered with.
It is becoming more and more disappointing and annoying to see young people who perhaps take contrary opinion from those who are in power, especially executive power or in the police infrastructure, being targeted and sometimes being maimed for holding on some beliefs that might be contrary opinion. We highly and strongly condemn what has happened to Abdirahman Mohammed from Isiolo. And as has been said, he was picked from Manzoni in Machakos County in the middle of the night, almost towards dawn, at 3 in the morning, tortured, battered, beaten, and actually bullied to the extent that we cannot be able to say how much injury has sustained, but definitely this kind of torture could equally be fatal. We condemn this highly, and we want to say that the DCI should not only investigate, but the DCI must summon the governor of Isiolo, because it's alleged that the goons who beat this young man and who have tortured this young man are associated with the governor of Isiolo. The police should also take action to be able to trace a number of people who went to pick Abdirahman Ibrahim from the hotel where he was, because we are sure that those kind of places will be having CCTV so that we can be able to start digging into this matter, because these kind of things will make this country go into anarchy if they're not controlled. When more young people are being targeted by anybody who is in a position of power, it aggravates the other young people. A word to a young person, one of them, is a word to all young people, all of us. There are two senators who have spoken to this issue. We have spoken on it from a perspective of being concerned that a young person has been picked from a hotel and a young person has been battered and beaten and has been seriously injured. And we saw the last time a young person was picked from their home and battered in a different situation and injured, it was fatal. And that's why the country is in chaos right now. I want to make it very clear that as senators, we're not speaking from this from a political perspective. We are speaking from it from a point of concern to the kind of targeting on young people that we are seeing. It should be noted that we, as a Senate, are arbiters in any matters of counties. We are not aligned to any members of County Assembly of Isiolo. We're not aligned to any governor of Isiolo. The Isiolo politics are Isiolo politics. We are speaking as leaders of this country who have got no interest whatsoever in the Isiolo politics, but we have got interest on human rights and making sure that the dignity and the life of young people are protected. That's the perspective. We don't know what will have ensued. That's for the DCI to be able to determine.